What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk Dima Miami Music. So guys, Doja Cat has a new white boyfriend, and she's a half, I believe, European Jewish and half South African young lady. She's a singer. I don't really like her music because I think people in this generation suck. But you know, Doja Cat, had some really interesting things to say about the black community. We all know that she had that stream that was, she was on there with those white races and things like that. And, she had a lot of issues with this situation, with the tiny chest situation. But now, she was in the pool in, IG Live from a Hollywood house. And then basically this guy was in the background, and she kind of like reacted kind of weird. We also seen her out with this guy. Now, some guys on Instagram, I didn't see the comments, but allegedly, according to Black Sports Line and Media Takeout, there were some African-American men that were, maybe disparaged by that or had some issues with that. And again, people are always going to have something to say, but the reality is this, in my opinion, I never hear black men, and Doja Cat is not a bad looking chick or anything like that, but when you hear black men wanting somebody to date or somebody who's like super sexy or fine, you hear like Melissa Ford, I might hear something like Amber Rose back in the day. Doja Cat is just not one of those chicks. Like, we know that she has black heritage somehow, but we also know that there are ladies like Doja Cat that are mixed race or in the black community that they solely want to date white men. And let me tell you this, yeah, you're gonna have some black guys trying to holler, but guess what? It is her preference. It's her preference. You're not gonna hear a lot of black men making videos on YouTube because Doja Cat has a white guy. I'll tell you the real reason, because even though she did that tiny chat, Doja Cat is not really trying to put down black men like Azalea Banks has before, or, like Cynthia G or something like that. And for the most part, black men really just don't care. I mean, if he wants to deal with her and put up with her, let her. From what I understand, the dad was not necessarily in her life like that. Whatever. Okay. Black men are pretty much not going to have an issue. Even when Naomi Campbell has white, like, nobody really talks about it. I'm going to tell you the reason why black men don't really care about it so much. Because black men in the equivalent situation have too much opportunity. That's why black men are more completely okay with black women dating out of their race than black women are. If you really want to be real, black men have a lot of opportunity other places. For example, let's just talk about coming to Africa. I'm currently in the great country of Uganda. Dima, stop the show. Can we play the Uganda national anthem? I've never heard it before. Let me play it right now in the background. All right, so I'm currently in Uganda right now, right? Now, if you are a black woman and you want to date a man from Africa or African origin, well, what does that limit you to? Because most women from the West culturally might have a problem dealing with a man that lives in the continent. You might want a man that's a little bit more westernized, and also if he doesn't make as much money. But now for black men, that might be a little bit of an issue, but because black men are can be more providers, you're gonna have an easier time dating if you come to Africa, if you went to Colombia, if you went to Brazil, right? You're just gonna have a little bit more time. If you stay in America, there's plenty of ladies that will date you. Outside of white men, you'll be like the number 2 option, sometimes even number 1. So black men have this pool, and there's no expiration real date on it. Let's talk about somebody here that we all know here on YouTube. Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels, when I met him, he was 47. Kevin Samuels is at least 51 or 52, between those two ages. Now, at 52, 51 is like when he really started blowing up, 50, around that age, 50, 52, 5th decade of life. Can you honestly say that he can't date whoever he wants more or less now than before? I mean, at 50, let's just say, for example, like for me, I was completely terrible at 34. I was completely broke. At 40, who cares where I was at when I was 34? Nobody cares. Long as I am kind of fat right now, but as long as I get my ass in the gym and snort some of this powder family and get skinny again like some of y'all, just joking, YouTube, just joking. I'm good. The reality is though, is that if Doja Cat don't choose the right guy, she gonna end up being, well, I'm gonna say it, like Travis Kelce's girlfriend. Y'all don't want to talk about that, do you, right? And again, your preference gotta want to long-term be with you. Long-term buy you a house. Long-term want to put the ring on your finger. If he not gonna do that, miss me with it. That's the same thing people talk about. Oh, you know, black men, don't want to take care of nobody. Listen, Kayla Nicole has been with Travis Kelce for a minute. That dude ain't close to putting a ring on her finger, if that's her preference. Black men don't have a problem for the most part with black women's preference. I'm gonna even tell you like this, like before you even date white guys, if we want to talk about a preference, the biggest issue we would have is the preference with the Pookies and the Ray Rays. You know, the guys who come to the block and go, gunshots! And all the people gotta run and stuff because you're afraid you're gonna get like die today. That's the thing that, if anything, we got a problem with that. So I don't know where these black men are so upset at Doja Cat for having a preference. Sure, some guys here and there will say something, but listen, you can get tons of chicks who look like Doja Cat or better, long as you are a man who is in the right lane. Let me tell you this, guys who will complain, or people who complain in general, detractors, tend to be unaccomplished people. All right, the guys who are doing very well have no problem with Doja Cat doing anything. Guys who are in the middle class have no problem. All right, there's so much opportunity for black men in the dating world today. It's ridiculous. Again, if you're fat, lose 100 pounds. Oh, you're 45 and fat, lose 100 pounds. Get a skill, make some money. 50, you're back in the game. Before that, the world is open to you. It's like that. And it doesn't stop till you die. Go figure. There's no need to have a scarcity mindset because she doesn't like black guys. That's her problem, not mine. Even for chicks who like, oh, I don't like you, you're not my type. Don't care. It's not a problem. I got plenty of opportunities anywhere in the world. Stop the show. Some of y'all been hating on me talking about I couldn't do this and that in America. Listen, I will take your mama in America. Don't play with me. All right. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I already appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe at the bell. Check out the first comment pinned at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains the all-time high. I'm out.